Alright, what's going on guys? DJ Hez here, and I am bringing you guys a video, and this is going to be a follow-up to the face-to-face video. Lots of discussion points that came out of that video, more so out of the face-to-face video portion of it than the conversation of what I was actually talking about, which it's funny that the face-to-face became the controversy of the video, but it is what it is. Now, there's two different comments that basically came out of that last video. Number one, there was and most important to myself, there was a very large amount of supportive comments, very encouraging comments from people saying, you know, good job on your face-to-face video. You didn't look that awkward, or you didn't look as awkward as you might think you did. And you know, like if you don't want to do face-to-face, don't worry about it, man. Like we'll still watch your videos and stuff like that. Comments like that are great. I mean, I really do appreciate the comments and such an outpouring of positive comments from you guys, and it was really nice to see. So kudos to you guys for leaving comments. I mean, I know it only takes you guys like 2 seconds to type on a keyboard, bang out a couple of letters and stuff and words, and then hit enter. But for me on my end, like I get to see the results of those comments, and I read every single one of them. I know there's like 300 comments almost. I read every single one of them. I swear to you, I do. And I really appreciate the words of encouragement. Now, that was the one type of comment. The second type of comment usually said something to the effect of "Holy shit, I didn't know you were Asian," and or "Oh my God, he's Asian," or something like that. Like it was hilarious how many people just freak out because I'm Asian and stuff. And so there's positives and there's negatives on that. And I can own up to the reasons why a lot of you guys would say that. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand why you guys don't know that I'm Asian. Obviously, I have a very white, quote unquote, sounding voice. And the fact that I haven't put myself out there for my very first video, doing face-to-face videos, every single video along the way, and all of a sudden, like, you see my face and you're like, what the hell? Like, the dude's voice is white and he's totally Asian. Like, this is totally weird. But, so I understand. I do understand that perspective where you guys are like, okay, weird. I didn't know he was Asian. You know, like I hear his voice and stuff, and I didn't picture that face. And the best one was a dude that said he pictured like an old white dude with like a goatee or something like that. That cracks me up. But the thing is this: like I'm Asian. I'm Asian American. I'm Korean actually, and I sound American because I was adopted from Korea when I was a baby and brought to the States when I was like not even a year old. So, I mean, as American as the next person. My complexion doesn't look like I'm like an old white dude, but I am. I'm Asian. I mean, that's what I am. So, I am American, and that is what it is. For you guys that are surprised by that, no worries. The problem is, and let's just go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, because I know you guys do see the screen and you guys do see the comments that these individuals left, and it actually, I'm assuming, ended up being one person because I blocked one of his accounts. So the very first comment you can see here is this T Mac Brown 2 comments, and he says, "Open your eyes, you fucking fat chink. Come on, come do my math homework and program my computer. Then after you can teach me karate." And then later, I blocked that account. I figured out how to block it on my phone. I'll get to that in a second. Then he writes, to all those people getting mad because I'm talking about these chinks, here's something to think about. Asians are very racist towards blacks and whites. They hate us. So in turn, I hate these egg rolled miso soup eating motherfuckers with a passion. So this guy is very racially charged, like motivated to hate like Asians because of whatever reasons he has in his head that Asians hate. Apparently we hate blacks and whites. Apparently all Asians hate all blacks and all whites. Like, this is what type of a dumb shit this guy is. And the fact that, here's the thing, I have a zero tolerance for racism. Like, I would have, if I would have been at my computer and I would have been able to just go and delete these comments as they came through, nothing else would have been said about the matter, because that's what I would have done. I didn't have the luxury of doing that because during this slew of crazy amount of comments that were coming through, and if these are just a couple of them from this douchebag, like if you go back to the video and you can see like all of the ridiculous comments this guy made, because I'm not going to delete him this time. For this video, I'm leaving him to make a point out of it though. But he left all these crazy comments and stuff, and I'm sitting here DJing a wedding. Like, are you kidding me? I'm DJing a wedding right now, and I'm getting like ridiculous amount of comments that are just calling me fat, ugly, chink, and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm a grown ass man, right? Like, it's really frustrating that people cannot look at another individual with mutual respect. I don't go out of my way to talk shit about anybody. Like, if you come at me, then you're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem because like I don't put up with this shit. I don't put up with racism and I don't put up with disrespect. This is the example of I guess the racism part. Then there was another dude that was leaving all these crazy comments as well, and I don't know what this guy was doing, but he's left a handful of stupid comments on my other videos, and I'm not trying to call this dude out too much, but it is what it is. Like this guy, he would leave me a comment saying, "Wait, this is I'm reading it right off of the page. Wait, let me get this. You're providing everything and you can't spend your money the way you would like. If bills are behind, then that's understandable. But if not, you are a man, right?" And I'm like, dude. I wrote him back. I said, "Don't question my manhood because my wife doesn't approve of me spending thousands of dollars on sneakers." I said she's extremely tolerant. There's a limit to the madness, and I have an obligation as a husband to save for a future and not buy everything I want just for my hobby. I said, "We want a new house and new cars, etc., and that costs money too. I'm not putting a financial strain on us while she's not working because of my hobbies. You know, I am all man." I said you need to learn the definition of a true man, and then he came off. Then he just went off the fucking hinge and came at me with all these other bullshit that this guy was saying. But like, if you here's the thing: the comment that I just read to you, if you were me, would you not take offense to that? He's questioning my manhood because of whatever stupid reasons he thinks that he has the right to question it. My problem is this: like, if you're coming at me, I couldn't. He came at me and said like, "Well, you know, you've had all these problems. I said other things and blah blah blah, and you seem to like get all like defensive, and you're a little fucking sensitive prick." Basically, he was saying I was overly sensitive. I'm not overly sensitive. I have mutual respect for people. If you have respect for me, then that's great. I'll have respect back for you. But if you come at me and you talk down to me, if you have a condescending tone to your message when you leave a comment to me, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I don't take negativity lightly, and I frankly I find it completely disrespectful. So, like, yeah, I'm not gonna just put up with you talking down upon me, man. If you're reading this or if you're listening to this commentary, that's my reason. And if you have something you want to say that's in a negative manner, PM me. Let's have a conversation about it instead of you leaving a comment and not really fully getting out all of your issues with me. Put it out on the table and I'll like I'll have a full conversation about it on the side. But I don't think people have enough to go off of to just judge me as an individual. Like if just because you hear my voice on YouTube doesn't mean you know me. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of things going on in my life and stuff, and let's get back to the racism part of it for one of them. Like if you really want to know how I feel about racism, I have a 18-minute video on my other channel I did over a year ago regarding the same exact thing, and it happened a year ago. I was actually at a wedding, and there was a bunch of racist stuff that was happening at the wedding. The guy was calling me a bunch of names, and like he was a super hick guy. And then I came home, and there was all these negative comments, people calling me like a gook and like a chink and all these things. And then it just snapped. You know what I mean? Like it brings back all these old memories of when I was a kid and the problems that I went through with racism growing up and stuff. And in that video, I really explained to you the things that happen, and you can see things from my perspective of why sometimes it's difficult, and why I don't tolerate racism, and I will not tolerate it on my channel. So I don't even like N-bombs. Like, don't drop any N-bombs on my channel. That's not appropriate. But that is what it is. I highly encourage you to go check out that video. I'll put a link in the description as well as an annotation on the screen. But it really fully defines like my viewpoint on racism, and it gives you guys. And I could have just reiterated the whole entire video in this video. Didn't feel like it was a good spend of the time to do that because it really has everything handled very well in the other one. But the summary of the other video is this, plain and simple. It's the golden rule. Like, the golden rule is very simple. You treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's what I live by. I mean, it's stupidly simple, but that's what I live by. Like, I want to be treated with respect. I treat others with respect. That's the way it goes. But if you kind of come at me and disrespect me, and then, man, it's just a little bit crooked. Like, I don't understand why people feel the need to do that. So if you guys actually listen through this commentary, this is like 10 minutes long now. kudos to you. But man, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I mean, I personally watch the other video. That's all I can say. Listen to my experiences. Leave a comment on that video, and I'll check them out because it really, like, if you experience racism on a regular basis or have experienced any sorts of stuff like this slander that you can see on the screen, you don't have to put up with it. You know what? It's people make stupid comments like this all the time, and who are we to change them? We can't change them as an individual. I was very frustrated at the way things went down, but at the same time, because of all the positive reinforcement that you guys also had, it was unbelievable. The amount of people that would reply back to this guy and just say, "What the hell are you doing, man? Like, what's wrong with you?" Or like, I mean, it was cool that people stood up for me, even though I wasn't able to stand up for myself during um, that time, and I thought that was a great thing. I think uh, I think the last thing I'm going to close with, I guess, is this. I think that we're all equal. No, it's there's nobody that is better than the next person. Um, because of whatever earthly possessions you may have. You know what I mean? Like my parents or your parents, if your parents work in a restaurant or if your parents are a CEO of multi-million dollar company, that does not make them uh, any better than each other. We all have human characteristics. We all have compassion. We all have passion and love. Why do we have to have hatred towards others because of their race? Like to me, that's just stupid. If there's no reason to have hatred towards others because of their race, their culture, their creed, whatever it may be, just mutual respect is the thing I can leave with. Um, anyway, a big shout out to DJ Dells for sticking up for me. Um, he's half Asian, and he stood up for me in the comments. He saw a lot of the stuff was going on, and he stood in and took a lot of the heat from this racist prick before I could block him. So there's a whole bunch of negative comments that these dudes were throwing back at Dells and stuff, and I haven't got a chance to go back and delete some of those ones because they're just ridiculous. But shout out to Jay Payne as well, leaving comments, and I'm gonna list off a couple other people that were maybe not regarding the race stuff, but at least they were involved, leaving comments, and the video was well received, and I appreciate that. So obviously, um, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, J Payne, DJ Dells, T Lawrence, Mr. Crispy Coil, J Star, Indeed, yeah, Indeed, Sneaker Steve, Shoelander, Optimus, Nightwing, Running Wolf, King of Kicks, 805, Fomer Simpson, Drawing Skills, and Thou Thou 14. I think that's how you say your name. And anybody else that has a channel out there that supports the video, man, and the fact that I did a face to face, I broke out of the box. I did something a little bit different than I would normally do, and you guys supported it, and I really appreciate that. I will be doing more of them in the future, uh, with no fear, and let me repeat that, no fear of other stupid shit comments like this from happening because I know they will happen, and I'm hoping that you guys can step it up as a community. Flag thumbs down that you can see right there. It says this comment has received too many negative votes, so that comment kind of goes away. It says it, and then I have to click it to open it up to see what the comment was. Anytime you see comments like that, guys, thumbs them down for me. Help me out. Thumbs down the negative comments that are especially on a racist level, and then that way, hopefully less people will have to see them, and those people can take a hike. I mean, again, zero tolerance on my channel, and I appreciate hopefully you guys for understanding that because we're from all different walks of the earth. We're all from all different cultures and races and whatever. And I think that we have obviously one common theme that we love, and that's sneakers. And if we could just keep it towards that, that would be great. I don't understand why me showing my face has to open up these gateways of people calling me fucking fat and a chink and all this other shit. That not just this guy that I've seen many times before. It's frustrating, but I'm a strong individual, and I don't let things like this get me down. And words of encouragement for you guys that are out there that have to deal with racism on a regular basis as well, or have had those awkward situations where you know that you're the one that everybody's pointing out and making fun of because of you are a certain way. Those type of things make you stronger in the end, man. And stick through it, and you guys will be just fine. Just stay positive and keep your head up because don't let them win by succumbing to their bullshit. And that's I don't know. That's about it, man. This video is long enough. I gotta cut it off here. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Leave some comments if you guys want about your viewpoints on the subject. Man, have a good week. This is a heck of a way to start a Monday, right? But have a good week, and we'll catch you guys for another vid soon. Thanks.